Hey, if you like this triangular Christmas tree corner shelf, then stick around and I'll show you how I build it. I'm using my Kreg AccuCut and my circular saw. I'll cut from corner to corner diagonally, and that will give me my two triangles. I measured and marked an inch up from the bottom, and that will be where my first shelf support slat will stop. Then I'll draw a line straight across just for a reference point, and then I'll measure up 12 inches to reference where I will put the other shelf supports at. And again, I'll draw a line straight across just to make sure that everything is perfectly straight and even. I'm using 1x2s for my shelf supports. I'm going to screw them down first, check and make sure that everything is even. I'll use my flush trim saw and super saw it so that way everything is even and flush. And then I'll screw down my other shelf support. And then again, I'll super saw the end off. I'm going to install my shelf supports now, but then I'll remove them and cut them down to size. So when I reinstall them, they're already aligned perfectly. And now I'm marking the middle of the shelf support, so then when I remove them, I know where to cut. And after I cut my shelf supports down, I decided to take an extra 1.5 inches off. I taped them together, well, for safety reasons. Now that everything's cut down, I'll use some wood glue and I'll screw it down. And since I already pre-screwed everything, I just line the holes up. And I know both sides of the shelf supports will be even. And now that I got all my shelf supports on, I can connect each corner piece together. I'm just going to connect them together using L brackets. I'm using a piece of scrap for a spacer. That way I can attach the first side of my L bracket. These shelves only touch in the one corner. And then I'll go ahead and add my other L brackets on. I'll lay my piece of plywood down and then I'll mark where the shelf and the stand meets. And then I'll take a string and I'll tie it around a pencil. Then I'll mark from line to line, using this string as my fancy measuring technique on how to get my rounded shelf piece. Then I'll cut along the line using my jigsaw. I'm using liquid nails to glue the shelves down to the stand. This will help make the stand more sturdy, and it will keep them from falling off when you're moving it. I also added a support on the bottom just to make the bottom shelf more stable. I'll use weights to hold the shelves down while the glue dries. This is the final result of the Christmas tree corner shelf. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Give it a like, a share, leave a comment, and happy holidays.